Facebook. How you doing? It's your girl MJ Kane. Believe it or not, guys, I am actually on my lunch break at work, right? And upon a suggestion, I've decided from a dear friend of mine, you okay? Um, I have decided to do something a little different today. Of course, everybody knows today is not Thankful Thursday. That's something that we're doing at work. Today is Throwback Thursday. And, a lot of times everybody's posting pictures of books, or I've been looking at music and, different things today. So I decided I was going to do a Throwback Thursday on my book. One of my books, actually, is the first book I've ever written, called A Heart Not Easily Broken. Some of you guys may have read it, some of my new followers, and thank you to everybody who started following me here on Facebook. I've got a whole bunch of new people following me. So if you don't know that much about me, here's a chance to find out. But anyways, I decided to take a little bit of time out of my lunch break today to read a little bit of the first chapter of the very first book I ever wrote, called A Heart Not Easily Broken, and which is, by the way, available for anybody who's a fan of romance. The genre is actually romantic women's fiction, and it is an interracial romance. There's a lot of fun stuff going on in here. You got romance, you got some drama, you got a little bit of suspense, you got some funny stuff. And the way I like to write my books is I like to try to keep it real. I like to try to keep the characters real. I like to use situations that are real. And what I'm going to read today is just a little bit of the, hi Karen, thanks for joining. I'm going to read a little bit from the first chapter of A Heart Not Easily Broken, and just give you a little feedback on what inspired this part of the chapter. So, A Heart Not Easily Broken, as I said, is an interracial romance, and the first chapter is from the heroine's point of view. Her name is Ebony Campbell. She is out on the town or going to the club tonight with her friends, Yasmin and Caitlin, in the hopes of trying to hook up. We just put it that way. She's trying to find a summer fling, a hookup fling, right? Because she's in the process of getting her degree to become a veterinarian at the Los Angeles Zoo. So her friends decide, hey girl, you getting ready to start your last year of school. You need a little break. It's summertime. Get your head out the books. Find somebody to have some fun with. So here's some things that she experiences. So this is from Ebony's point of view. So A Heart Not Easily Broken, chapter 1. This is the last time I wear this dress. Oh, please, Ebony, Yasmin, my best friend and roommate, yelled in my ear. The music pounding out of the nightclub speakers made it nearly impossible to hear her. Stop fidgeting, you look uncomfortable, she added, winking at the bartender who handed us our drinks. No matter how many times I adjusted the hem of my dress, it was impossible to ignore the warm air tickling, the backs of my thighs as people pushed past me in the crowded bar. It would take more fabric to keep my shapely derriere from involuntary exposure. Thanks. I slipped money into the bartender's tip jar, and he rewarded me with a gorgeous smile. For the record, I am uncomfortable. I turned to face Yasmin. Freedom dresses are your thing, not mine. Yasmin laughed. True, everyone's not blessed with a body like mine. She ran a hand over her hip, striking a pose. Besides, I love showing off mine. I rolled my eyes and chuckled before sipping my margarita. Yasmin's light-skinned complexion, slender ballet dancer body, long legs, and B-cup breasts suited her personality. At times, I wish my body was more like hers, though. It would make shopping for clothes a lot easier. As it was, I had been blessed with a shapely figure my Nana called bootylicious. According to her and her photo albums, I looked just like her when she was my age, with caramel-colored skin, perfectly proportioned hips, a butt that drew major attention, and B-cup breasts, making it hard for a man to look me straight in the eye. I groaned while making another wardrobe adjustment. The jaw-dropping cleavage of my dress threatened to give my girls their own airtime. I love my body too, I said. I'd just rather not show it off to everyone. Yasmin shook her head while her attention went back to the club patrons. A wide variety of men lined the dark walls, standing out just out of range of the overhead lights, making it impossible to pick out their faces in the smoky room. No doubt many were on the hunt, looking for an easy lay. It shouldn't be hard. One scan of the room revealed potential opportunities in every direction. Nearly every woman in the club wore a dress so tight it appeared to be sprayed on, with skirts stopping just below their hips. I cringed. That sounded like my attire. Self-conscious, I tugged on the edges of my dress again. The next time we go out, Yasmin is not selecting my outfit. That, that dress is going to get you some major action tonight. You'll be thanking me in the morning, or rather the afternoon, she laughed. I rolled my eyes. I don't have time to get into a real relationship right now. Finishing this last year of college is my focus. I've got to get that veterinarian job at the zoo. I've worked too hard to mess up now. Besides, I don't need a man to take care of me. Yes, Miss smirked. Financially, I clarified. Having a nice body to curl up with is a different story. She laughed and held out a hand for a high five. That's my girl. Look around. I'll bet you find somebody tonight. Her attention went to a dark-skinned guy heading in our direction. There's one right there. He glanced over, smiled, and kept walking. He was attractive, all right, but not the physical type I preferred. I was attracted to men who were tall, had thick lips, and eyes that peered into the depths of my soul. A man with the body of a sex machine, yet had no problem working hard for a living and wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. One of the first things I noticed about a man was not his shoe size, but his hands. If they were too pretty and soft, that meant the man didn't believe in hard work. If they were overly callous with visible dirt under their nails and full of scrapes and bruises, those were hands. Those were signs that a man didn't take care of the little things, which meant the rest of him would be questionable. Now, a man with hands somewhere in between, callous from work with no traces of dirt under his nails, those were the signs of a hardworking man who could clean up nice everywhere. We're going to just stop it right there. Let me give you a little bit of feedback on why I wrote some of this. Okay, so here it is. I've never been a big club goer. I've been out to some clubs here in the last couple of years or whatnot, but I've never been one of those ones who get dressed up like that, wearing the bootylicious dresses and stuff. But at the time that I was writing this book, I was with my family. We were going out to a promotional event for one of the artists that my husband deals with through Grind Factory Studios. This was some years ago. But he had a performance at this nightclub, and I was in there wearing some blue jeans, some fitted blue jeans, nice shirt or whatnot. And I was sitting there at the bar and was just looking at all these young ladies that were just going around wearing, hey Rhonda, wearing these skin tight dresses, like butts about to hang out the bottom, falling out the back. And there was this one group of girls that had came in. It was probably about four of them together. And at least three of them were, skinny, tall, skinny. They had the mile-high shoes that I swear to God, I can't wear anymore. Okay, I haven't tried wearing them in a while. But yeah, they had mile-high shoes on, these real skin-tight dresses that were really short. And out of the group, there was this one girl who was a lot thicker than everybody else. She wasn't overweight or anything. She was just thicker, meaning she had boobs and she had hips and she had a booty. She had on this dress and them tall high heels, and I swear to God, that was Ebony right there. She was not comfortable in any way about what she was wearing. And I sat there and watched her for a good little while that night. And it was like every time she turned around, it was like, pull the dress down here because stuff's about to fall out. You need to the girls, this is about to fall out. And so when I wrote this story and I tried to imagine what Ebony, a girl who was really into her books and more about her career and everything that she was trying to do, who was put into a situation where her friends were like, let's get out the house, girl. You ain't sitting here tonight. Let's go. How she would feel if she was put into that situation. And I promise you, that girl that night was an Ebony. She was not that comfortable. Yes, thank you, Rhonda. Or at the time, this phrase was really bootylicious because y'all remember Beyonce and the bootylicious song and the bootylicious, well, the freakum dresses and all that. That was really, really extremely popular. Of course, that style, of course, it's never going to get old. But at the time, this whip was really popular. So that's where that scene and Ebony's feelings about how everything was going that night came from, was that experience that I had of just observing. Because Rhonda, as you're an author as well, and as other authors know, a lot of the things that we come up with in stories is based off of things either we've experienced or things that we've seen. And in my personal, a lot of stuff that I add is sometimes stuff that I've just seen, because writers can be extremely observant. That's the best way I can say it. We just be extremely observant. And one thing I love about working at the library is I do get to observe. Why do I keep feeling like I'm saying that word so wrong right now? Even if I am. But you get to observe a lot of different people and things and situations, and they can lead for a lot of free entertainment and a lot of inspiration. So that's where that came from. Now, the whole concept of the man's hands. Over the years of getting reviews of this story, and one of the things I love about having the Kindle app on my phone to be able to pull my stories up and read them is how there is the feature on Kindle, to where when people find something in the story that they really like, they can highlight it and save it. Well, it's funny that I can actually go on my Kindle and I can do the search for popular passages. And it's funny that the description that she gives of a man's hands, and whether washing, the calluses or the cleanliness or the not so cleanliness um, of a man's hands, kind of makes her think of, I don't know if that guy's worth my time. He's either too much of a pretty boy, or he ain't got no job because he ain't got no hands that look like he been doing nothing. Or you got hands, like I said, the calloused hands that are clean, but they're callous, which means this man does work, but he also knows how to take care of himself. Makes the big difference. It's so funny how many times that has been highlighted as a favorite passage. What was my inspiration for that? I would have to say my husband, because he's definitely a hard worker. And that's one of the things that I do appreciate is, though he is extremely hard working, and whatever it is that he does, he always keeps them hands on point. So to me, I guess that was one of the things that I never really paid. I guess it was one of those mental things where you don't really pay that much attention to it until you realize you're paying attention to it. So yeah, I see a lot of hands at the library. So that's going to wrap it up for today's little tidbit, a little bit of behind the scenes, a little bit of throwback on, like I said, my first book, A Heart Not Easily Broken, which is part of the Butterfly Memoirs. For anybody who watches this video later on, if you have not read A Heart Not Easily Broken, it is the first book in the series called The Butterfly Memoirs, which is romantic women's fiction. It is available in pretty much any sales platform that you're looking on: Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Smashwords, Kobo, iBook, Google Book. Please feel free, drop in, grab your copy. This book is actually also available on Audible as a audiobook as well. So feel free to drop in, grab your copy, hit me back up. If you got any questions, if you've read the book and you got any questions you have, please drop them in the feed, because I will get a notification and I'll come back in and answer them. Who knows, it might be a typed up answer, or depending on what's going on in life, it might be a quick video response. Trying to get back into doing videos now, so we'll see what happens. So for everybody who's had a chance to drop by, thank you so much for Karen and Rhonda for having a chance, stopping in and saying hi and commenting. And other than that, I guess I better hurry up and eat my lunch so I can get back to work. Have a good day, guys. Bye. Oh, yeah, and don't forget to visit my website. Go to mjkmedia.com. The link is in the bio. You can find out more about Heart Not Easily Broken as well as the other books that are in the series. And as I keep doing these, we'll revisit different books and different scenes, and I'll give you some different behind the scenes feedback. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye again.